How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there? Y'all chime on in. Chime on in. It's a pleasure to see y'all on a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on a hump day. Hump day. Well, I just like to let you guys know that my co-host is out of town right now. She's helping our oldest daughter move to California in Moreno Valley, and get into an apartment and get settled because she's got to go to work on Monday. So if you just now chiming on in and you see an empty chair over here to my left, which would probably be your right, that means the old lady is out of town taking care of the children's, and she should be jumping on later. But if not, then it is what it is. Y'all just stuck with me. It's just me and y'all. If you just now chiming on in, go ahead and press a like for the chat, and send a subscribe and all that stuff. Remember, uh, Facebook, we will no longer be broadcasting past 10 minutes on Facebook. So if you haven't already jumped over to YouTube, let me see if I can throw that link in there for a second. Get that in there popping. But if you just go on ahead and chime on in and say what's up, say how you doing. The topic tonight is crazy. Well, I think it's crazy, but times has changed. I guess I'm just getting old or something. I don't know. But hold on, let me get this link for y'all. While I'm trying to find the link, y'all tell me what's up, man. If y'all kicking it tonight, or you gonna hang out, we're gonna talk about it. If you don't know what the topic is, should women pop the question? And if so, state your case. State your case. And if you want to come on live and jump in on the video, you can. If not, just go ahead and type in the chat, and I'll do my best to read them all tonight since I don't have my co-host. Let me get that link for y'all in there just in case. This is the link. Copy that, and then let me get it over here. Hey Mary, what's up, baby? How you doing? Let me see. There we go. There's the link, guys, to YouTube. So, like I said before, 10 minutes into the show tonight, we're going to be turning off Facebook. So, get your link right now to YouTube. Subscribe over there. Press your like when you do. That way I can what's up, Jordan? How you doing, cuz? I'm chilling, man. You jumping on tonight so we could talk about women popping the question. I got a nice video for y'all to check out. Just chilling, listening to the fam. That's what Mary said. Let me pop that up. So Mary says she's chilling and just listening to the fam. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate you. We got a good show tonight. Maybe you could chime on in and tell us what you think about women popping the question. Jordan said, "What's up? What's up, cuz? Love you, bro. Love both of y'all. Mary, I love you too, love." She said, "Hello, big sexy." Yeah, my wife was in she's in Moreno Valley with ISIS, trying to get things taken care of out there. Hold on, let me get a little sip. Hold on. Trying to get things taken care of out there for our daughter because she's just got a job with a big corporation, and she's moving to California to make sure that everything is okay. I hope y'all can hear me and see me good. Hopefully, I'm coming in clear out there. If not, let me know and I'll try to make the proper adjustments. So tonight, well, let me give you a couple more minutes for other people to chime on in. She had some car issues with my daughter's car. The transmission linkage slipped off, or maybe a bolt came loose or something. I don't know. So they're having a hard time getting it in park and in drive. So the the pains of having an older vehicle and having to keep up with maintenance and stuff. That's just basically what it always is. Anybody got children that's you know moved out and moved on to bigger and better things in the house? If you do, go ahead and chime in on that. But yeah, we got about 5 more minutes. Hey, today I went to watch my daughter play football. Man, they be getting mollywopped. Man, it'd be like 48-0. I think it was like 50 something to 6 or 48-6 on flag football. You know what I don't like about flag football is that you can't check nobody. Like you can't, like they be calling roughhousing calls. Like how you call roughhousing calls on a football game? I mean, I don't know. They should just get rid of flag football and let them wear pads and let them have at it, man, like a real football game. 7-on-7 football game, and just let them go at it. That's what I'm thinking. The Other than that, man, let me get into this video real quick so y'all can see what I was talking about. Me and my wife had a saw this video and she thought it would be interesting for you guys to see. So here's the video. Let me see if I can get it to work right. Excuse me. Let's see. Y'all check this out.
Taking care of them 10 grandbabies of mine. I don't do it. It take a village. I know, right? I have something to tell you. From the very first day I laid eyes on you, I knew you was the one for me. I knew you was my soulmate. I feel like God specially made you for me. They say sometimes you gotta wait your turn, and it's my turn. But my turn not gonna end. I'm a winner and I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna win you. I want this forever. I want you forever. So I have one question. A question. Gregory King, will you marry me? I'm in love with my baby mother, yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'm in love with my baby mother. I don't know what you got going on here, but is this a joke? It's not a joke. What's she doing here? I don't know. This some kind of setup or something. Like I don't. What is she doing here? I invited her here. I told you this shit wasn't gonna work anyway. You look like a fool. You down here on one damn me. This.
Well, that's the video, y'all. Let me pause it for y'all. Let me pause it for cause. That's the video, y'all. So what y'all think about that? Y'all think that you think that women should be asking men to get married? First of all, obviously she didn't, vet that particular situation properly where he talking about he want to still be with his baby mama, and then his baby mama walk in the room. I don't know the content. When I saw the video, I asked my wife about 600 questions when it came to that. And I was like, what's going on? Like, why he got the baby mama at the spot and she over here with the roses on the floor? Like, it don't even make no sense to me. But I don't understand why people women. Well, first of all, let me tell you my case, like how I see it. I'm a traditional type guy. I think Treasure is taking my daughter out. Hold on, man. Let me answer this question real quick, y'all. Adam LaRosa says, where is Treasure? Well, Treasure's taking my daughter to Moreno Valley. My daughter got a job in Moreno Valley with a big corporation. I can't tell you the name. If you don't know, you're not supposed to know. So she is out in Moreno Valley with my daughter right now, securing apartments and getting her lights cut on and all the particulars that it takes to move somewhere. So her and my wife drove out to Moreno Valley with a U-Haul, packed up all her stuff, and moved to Moreno Valley. My daughter is a grown woman now. Yeah, so she's out there. She's got a nice job with a huge company, and hopefully I wish her success, and hopefully you know, she does very well and moves up the corporate ladder or moves on to something better. But that's why this chair is empty over here. There's no woman. My woman is gone. My mama done left me. But you know, it is what it is. Thank you. Hey, Adam, did you see the video I just posted? This particular show, we're talking about. Sorry, I was looking at my text messages. What did he say? He said, "Did you get her a fire truck?" Damn sure can't trust the kid. Yeah, for sure, man. I'm gonna have to looks like my daughter just jumped on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send down a water cannon just in case, you know, the neighborhood get a little hot over there. You're right. The particular topic tonight is about, should a woman ask a man to marry her, or should she just wait for the man to say he want to marry her? That's what I played a video earlier where this lady got down on one knee in front of her homies and asked the man to marry her, and the man said, "I'm still in love with my baby mama." No, I posted it on the here. I'll play it again just so y'all can see that beautiful bean footage. I'm gonna play it one more time. I forgot to shout out the person who was who did this video anyway.
I know, right? I have something to tell you.
So he walks into this room. She's talking about, "I got something to tell you," and then this is what's going on.
From the very first day I laid eyes on you, I knew you was the one for me. I knew you was my soulmate. I feel like God specially made you for me. They say sometimes you gotta wait your turn, and it's my turn. But my turn not gonna end. I'm a winner, and I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna win you. I want this forever. I want you forever. So I have one question.
A question.
Gregory King, will you marry me?
I'm in love with my baby mother, yeah.
Will you marry me?
I don't know what else to say. I'm in love with my baby mother. I don't know what you got going on here, but
This is Joe.
We're live. They can see it.
it's not you.
Well, they can see me and you.
Y'all be quiet. Let him talk.
What's she doing here?
I don't know. This is some
Video
kind
go.
of setup or something. Like, I don't.
What is she doing here? I invited her here. I told you this shit wasn't gonna work anyway. You look like a fool. You down here on one day, I mean this.
So that's the video, y'all. The dude walked into whoever's house that was, and then it looks like my wife is on. Y'all say hello to my wife. Look, I can barely see y'all. Y'all look like little peanut planters, peanut heads.
Well, what happened is we got back to the apartment and it did it again. So I called Eli. He's on his way to hit the little thing so I can back into the stall.
Oh, it happened. Because you can't go in reverse.
Well, I put it in reverse and I felt it slip. I was like, damn it. And then I called him. I was like, hey, how far are you from the apartments? He was like 5 minutes. So he's on his way. And he's going to call me tomorrow to see if he can actually put the part on for her. And then I told him I'll just pay him to do it.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah. So the linkage did fall off of it.
It did. He said as soon as he got down there, he saw it was hanging and he put it back on. Like 2 seconds. He did it in like 2 seckons and it was done.
Yeah, when to put the new one on, it's not that easy. You got to take the center console out, but yeah, maybe, you know, hopefully he can zip tie it or something to it or whatever.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, and then I'll just figure out, you know, tomorrow. But right now I'm gonna park it into her stall. And what's up, Adam? And park it into her stall, and then we'll find somebody tomorrow to fix it. So I'm gonna have to miss another day of work, but it is what it is.
So tell me what you think about getting on your knees and asking a man to marry you. What you think about that?
Oh, I thought you was talking about getting on your knees or something else.
No. Mary says,
like,
hi, ladies.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Auntie Mary.
Hey, Mary, what town were you in where you saw that street sign? Because I have street sign. My last name is in several cities.
Cheltenham Way. I love that.
But go ahead and tell me what you think about just in case we lose signal or something. Go ahead and get it off.
Yeah, because when he gets here, I'm gonna hop off, but I'll hop back on once we get in the house.
Oh, that was in Oregon.
My thought process on a woman proposing, getting down on her knee, proposing to a man. I'm still old school and I'm still traditional, and I still believe that, you know, when it says in the Bible that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. It doesn't say when a woman finds a husband, she finds a good thing. So it's
Yeah.
like it's like you're stepping into a masculine role, and traditionally speaking, that wasn't masculine for, that's for a man. The man chases the woman, and again, he who findeth a good thing, finds a wife, finds a good thing. So um it's I'm not saying that people are not out here doing it, because obviously they are. I've talked to a few people now who have different opinions on it. They feel different type of ways, and once again, me personally, I just I don't think that I would do that. That's not something that's for me. And the reason being is because, again, I'm a traditional woman in the sense. And when I say in the sense, yes, some things we are traditional on, some things we are not. But to get on my knees and propose to a man is the equivalent of me saying, well, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make sure you have a roof over your head. I'm going to be your provider. And that just doesn't, it don't even feel right. And I've talked to men who said, shout out to my boy Omar at work, who were like, it looks to him, it looks like a woman is begging. Like his exact words was, a woman getting down on her knee like that, asking a man to Mary said I couldn't have done it, right? Asking a man to marry her looks like she's begging him to be with her. Like, please, I want to marry you. I want you to be in my life and be with me type situation. So that's like why, the man, the guy that I talked to felt that way. But I just don't, me personally, I don't see that.
Yeah, check out what Adam said. He said that comes with a heavy risk on the part of the woman. I think the man should be the one personally, but I am also not a cuck. Is that what that says? He says, I'm also not a cuck. I can see, he said, I can't see a traditional man allowing that to happen to him. And then Mary said, exactly. You still there or did we lose you? Looks like we probably lost Treasure, but yeah, Adam, I agree with that. I'm more traditional, bro. I don't think I can let uh, a woman ask me to marry her. Now, there there's always been a conversation in the private where we would like, she's like, a woman would say, "I want to marry you," but she would never pop the question. Like she's just letting you know that whenever you ready, I'm ready. He said he's talking about the a cuckold. Okay. The I mean that to me that goes into another question. Like does it pose the question that women are starting to be more manly? Like do you think women are starting to act more like guys instead of actually waiting for a guy to say something to them? What do y'all think about that? I mean, we see time and time again women do manly stuff all the time. Well, that's pretty much what I see on the internet all the time. It's very rare on the internet when I see someone who's more feminine. They're usually more, you know, want to be in charge and tell everybody what to do and not so not the word of being submissive, but wanting to submit to someone who they know is able to lead them in the proper way, that whatever their hearts and desires want. That's what I'm thinking about. Hey Adam, man, when you gonna come over to YouTube, man? You don't like YouTube? Stefan says maybe the woman proposing is the dominant one. Yeah, well, obviously, in that particular case, he was like, I don't like you like that. I want my baby mama. It says, Adam says, even if you aren't traditional, after you take that vow, except when a prenup is involved, a woman's wrath will absolutely destroy and it will destroy an unprepared man legally. You're right. Uh, I don't believe in getting married without having prenuptials. Because reason being is because the court system has given women too many rights over men. The court system is simped out to women. He said, I can't stand YouTube. I only do it for you guys. And A Burn is my tag. Okay. I'm just making sure because I'm about to cut off Facebook in a couple minutes. That's why I was asking. And I would love to hear your commentary, or you ask questions or say what you have to say. Stefan says, I didn't see the video. I came in when you finished the video. Hey, I'll play the video one more time. Let's run that beat footage one more time so we can really get deep down into this conversation. Let's see what's cracking. Hold on. Let me get it popping. So it starts right here. He walks into the room. By the matter of fact, this video is by Chastity Joy.
I know, right? I have something to tell you. From the very first day I laid eyes on you, I knew you was the one for me. I knew you was my soulmate. I feel like God specially made you for me. They say sometimes you gotta wait your turn, and it's my turn. But my turn not gonna end. I'm a winner, and I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna win you. I want this forever. I want you forever. So I have one question.
So I'm pausing it in this particular part because I'm like, she could have told him this in private and he could have said, yeah, eventually we'll get married. I got some things that I got to work out or whatever. Or she would have known then in private that he wasn't really messing with her like that and that he was waiting on his baby mama or whatever he had going on. But here go the rest of the footage.
Good question.
Gregory King, will you marry me?
I'm in love with my baby mother, yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'm in love with my baby mother. I don't know what you got going on here, but
Is this a joke?
it's not a joke.
What's she doing here?
I don't know. This is some kind of setup or something. Like I don't.
What is she doing here? I invited her here. I told you this shit wasn't gonna work anyway. You look like a fool. You down here on one day I mean this.
So that's the video. What you think about that? Oh, I see you, A Burn. Oh, I see that you made it. Thank you for coming over to Facebook. I mean, to YouTube. Facebook been tripping with us, man. Until they change their algorithm or how they start censoring things, we probably won't be back until they change that stuff. But if they want to compete with these other platforms, they're gonna have to get with the program, bro. Big time. But so the lady sets it up. She calls him over there, sets it up so she can ask him to marry her, and her girls basically set her up and asked the girlfriend to come in. And looks like my wife is back. What's up, Poo Poo?
Hey, baby, we got, first of all, I didn't mean to interrupt, but let me just say real quick, shout out to AAA service. My man Eli just hooked us up, was around the corner trying to deal with somebody else and told them, I'll be right back. I got to go to the bathroom. Came back and switched the thing for us just so we can back into the stall.
Ah,
So I love you, Eli.
yeah,
But
that was pretty cool.
yeah, it was.
What did Stephen say? He said, "Damn, her homegirl set her ass up." Yeah, yeah, she got set up, bro. And then one of her homegirls was like, "I tried to tell you that he wasn't feeling you like that in the first place, but you gonna come and do this and embarrass yourself." And I,
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
like,
crazy.
"Wow." Mary said,
Did
"Wow,
they
her
take our
friend
son?
invited the baby mama over." Yep, that's what happened. A. Burns said, "I get it."
Look at this.
What's this? He said, "Was that the baby mama that popped in?" Yeah, that was the baby
Yeah,
mama.
that was the baby
Yeah.
mama.
So, and it was invited by the girl that was on the couch. The girl that was on the couch invited back. I guess that's the lady who was whoever was trying to propose. That was the lady's friend, and she invited the baby mama over while she was trying to do this, so she can understand that dude still want to be with his baby mama. It's crazy, man. But
And I
but
mean,
all in all,
I get what she was trying to do, but at the same time, that was
wholehearted.
yeah, that was hella
Wholehearted.
disrespectful.
Yeah. Do you think that that lady should have talked to him in the private before she did that on Facebook or whatever it was?
Oh, the one that proposed?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of women. Here's the thing. Here's my thing. You know your man, right? Like you know if you could be like, I'm gonna propose to this man. I'm a like you know if you can do that or not. So you know, she knew better. I feel like she knew better.
Yeah, for sure. And I think her friend was saying that she knew better. Hey, Facebook, I'm about to jump off of Facebook. The link is in the chat on Facebook. So if you want to come over and listen to the rest of this conversation we have in the Discord, go ahead and jump on over to YouTube.
You
Sorry for ya.
too.
Sorry for ya.
Bye bye now. See y'all on the flip side. Come on, Steph. Come on over.
Yep. Come on over.
I just watched my hands with that too.
Come on
Perfect
over.
cleaner, but it's not. It's a organic cleaner. Oh, it's good.
Sorry for you Facebook
It's
people, but
good, and they're really good.
they just not acting right over here.
They don't just make your hands dry. But we ain't got no paper towels.
Remove.
It's on my list. So keep removing it. Steph.
Yeah, to marry the friend invited the baby mama.
Oh, you can do your makeup for real. You can see everything. I might send that into a cute little
Stephen's last words was, that was some cold shit. He
from the
said from the
homegirl though.
homegirls though.
But
Oh,
he
look like
jumped right on the YouTube.
pop back in. What's up, Steph?
I was saying I didn't like how her friends did
She,
her.
she, she tried to push it by
Like
her
you think
having
you knew this was gonna
her
this
friends there.
like
But where are his folks? Yeah, his folks wasn't there. It was like a sneak attack. It was weird. I would have
it
been like,
was
what's going on, man? This is weird.
Yeah, it was hella crazy because I'm like, why would you even like I said before, you know your man. Like, I mean, baby, so if I propose to you, you know what I'm saying?
That wouldn't have happened.
But I'm just saying, let's just say I propose to you. Like, I'm sure you wouldn't have dogged me out, but how would you have taken that?
I would have said you should have asked me and talked to me in private.
Right.
And then I would have told you, well, because how I feel about you, I would have told you, I do want to marry you, but you're not going to force me to marry. So
You would have felt like it was forced.
that shit was forced because in my life, the way I see things, I'm supposed to be asking, not you.
Right.
Because if I want to live righteous within God's eyes, I want the favor that comes with being married to a woman that I've asked. I can't hear you.
No, I know. I muted my mic because I'm listening to you, but I was talking to Isis.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it wouldn't have worked out for me. It would have. I wouldn't have embarrassed you or whoever, but it just wouldn't have worked out. Stefan says, honestly, I would have said no because it would have felt like a setup with just her friends. Yeah, it was a setup. Basically, she got set up.
Yeah, it was a setup. And so, but that's what's kind of fucked up too, though, because the friends was like, I mean, I get it. Like, you trying to tell your homegirl, look, you tripping, you shouldn't do this. Women don't propose to men, blah, whatever, however they may feel about it. But to do that, and I mean, they had wine and shit, they had snacks, like
Yeah,
this
they
gonna
had
be a
snacks
whole
and
show.
they had cheese and wine and
Crackers
all
and
kind of stuff.
grapes and
Yeah,
so it's
crazy,
like,
man.
yeah, and it's kind of like, don't you supposed to be my friend, you know, but they said we tried to tell you and you didn't listen.
Yeah, man, that sucks. That really sucks.
Yeah, because Steph said he felt like he would have said no because it felt like a setup. Because, like, where was his people at? Yeah, because, like, if you're gonna, okay, so let's just say as a woman, you're gonna step into that masculine role. Why you didn't tell his family? Where's his family at?
Yeah, where's his people at? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, she ain't have his mama over there, his homies, his best homie, nothing.
Right,
Like, and I'm sure one of them would have told him, "Hey, you think you ought to do that?
right.
You might not want to do that." He said, "No, if it was just us out on the private date and did it, then that's a different story." I would have said no then. I wouldn't have said yes then. I would have said, "You're gonna have to wait until I'm ready to marry you." So, if you're not ready to get married, maybe it's time. I mean, if if you're not willing to wait for me, maybe it's time for you to just find somebody else or wait till I get ready to marry you. And as hard as that decision could be, I could be losing out on something, but I'm not gonna have someone force me into marrying them. I mean, it's weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like, most men, and
Yeah,
that's another thing, Mary. Like,
we know that Stewart is too dominant for that. I think that he said he said they look like Democrats. Just kidding. I couldn't help it.
hell no.
Yeah, they man, I don't know, man. Maybe I grew up in a different time because these people today just think that anything is acceptable, but they forget about the ramifications of demasculating men. Like when you demasculate a man like that, he really ain't finna marry you. You
See,
just
that
you
was my
you
thing.
really messed up.
Yeah, that was my thing. Like, most men don't feel, yeah, they don't feel masculine when that happens, because I've had a man actually tell me, in a situation where a woman was going to propose to him and he was like, nah, she better not, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to go the way she won't.
Right,
And I told him not to embarrass her. I'm like, just don't embarrass her, whatever, y'all talk about it in private, but don't embarrass her, you know what I'm saying.
right.
That says if you have been talking about it and you just haven't done it yet, so she does it in private, then why does it matter?
Because a woman, well, I mean, I don't know how things run for you, but for me, I'm not in line with the God that I serve when that particular thing happens and I allow that to happen. That's the problem I'm having with it. It's out of order. For me, it's out of order. Now, for everybody else, I guess if it's cool for you, it's cool for you. But I mean, I need as much favor from God as I can get.
And that's what a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, there has been a few people that have said that. They're like, I mean, if that's what we're doing and that's what we're doing, in a sense of that's kind of their dynamics of their relationship. But I've never, for most men, I haven't met too many men that's like, yeah, I'm cool with my woman proposing to me. I just
Right,
haven't seen that.
right.
Trying to,
And
I'm trying to get some
I'm,
stuff going on here.
that's pretty much not our area. I mean, not our area, but our error. Our
Right.
era where I grew up in, that's a no-no. Like that's a huge no-no. Looks like she's in a bad spot trying to talk on her phone.
No, I'm trying to actually set up to at least look like I'm kind of next to you.
Oh well, yeah. Don't try to do that. Just talk
He like
because
cut it out.
yeah, because it's easier and it works out better that way.
Okay.
But yeah, the I don't know, man. I mean, to each and everybody's own. But I'm not gonna be having no woman ask me to marry them. Now she should have hit him up in the private and said, like, if she would have said the first part of it here. I'm gonna rewind the tape. Like the
He said, "I'm
first
gonna
part of
rewind that bean footage."
hold on, the first part of it was cool. Like if she would have said this part of it in private, I think she would have got her answer. This part right here.
I don't do it. Take a village. I know, right? I have something to tell you.
Like hold on, she's professing her love. That's what women do. I love you. I think we should be together, such and such, such and such. But you don't do it. You don't put it
From
in a
the very
predicament.
first day I laid eyes on you, I knew you was the one for me. I knew you was my soulmate. I feel like God specially made you for me. They say sometimes you gotta wait your turn, and it's my turn. But my turn not gonna end. I'm a winner, and I'm a win, and I'm a win. I want this forever. I want you forever. So I have one question.
A question.
Yeah, like the little mission statement that she gave
He
was
said the
fine.
mission statement.
The statement she looked like Stuart jumped on.
Stuart. Stuart
Uh,
got some shit to say.
hold on. He said, I agree with Stuart's First Amendment. He said someone in a relationship with a less dominant, more submissive, or beta type male may appreciate that coming from a dominant woman. They may be worth it. They may be that they may be with. Yeah, you're right, Stuart. But the thing is this that she didn't even vet. She wasn't even smart enough to vet this man properly. He don't want to be with her.
Yeah, because like, why would you not know that he's still in love with his baby mama?
Right. He said,
I'll
I'm
be right
still in
back.
love with.
Hold on. Well, I mean, keep talking, but I'll be right back.
She said, put your glasses on. Yeah, for sure. I left them in the truck, man. So I'm over here trying to eyeball this shit. Got my eyes all squinting and shit. But yeah, Stuart, I mean, I agree with you, bro, that some people, hold on. Stuart said she failed to do her homework and did not understand the assignment. You're right about that. The homeboy bro. And then she basically ended up being embarrassed. To save her embarrassment, she should have at least, said, "Hey, what you think about this?" Instead of that was just weird, man. It was just a weird moment. And then she threw him in a situation. His family ain't there. Ain't nobody there. His support system wasn't there. It was just the girl's homies. That stuff is crazy. Like, I don't know what people thinking with that. The but I mean, I'm like I said, I'm more traditional. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around dudes that didn't play that stuff. We don't play around with that type of stuff. I grew up more traditional, more dominant, more where, you know, people, where guys we wore the pants, I guess, if that's how you want to say it. He said people are not being there is pretty much normal. A lot of proposals happen in private. Yeah, you're right. Uh you're right. The a lot of proposals happen in private. The when uh I proposed to my wife, I pretty much called around and told people what was going to happen. And, I called as many people's the numbers that I had or contacts too, and told them what was about to happen. But, I did my thug thizzle. I didn't, at the time, I really didn't care who was around, but I did tell people what was going on. I even told my parents.
You told them what? I missed that part.
Yeah, well, stop jumping in and out.
Sorry.
Yeah, so get with the program.
Well, we got a lot going on over here.
Mm-hmm.
Mary said you didn't call her. So
Yeah,
why
at the
you?
time I didn't have your phone number, Mary, and if I would have asked my wife for your phone number at that particular time, she'd have been like, "What this dude up to?" She'd have been curious.
Oh, you talking about when you proposed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you told the girls.
Yeah, I told a bunch of people. I just did the people that I could talk to without it slipping out into the open. I didn't want to let it go of the knock list.
The knock list.
Oh, yeah, like Mission Impossible. I'm over here
Steph,
trying to order
Steph said you didn't
parts.
tell him. Did you tell mom and dad?
Yeah, I told mom and dad.
What they say?
Okay, we wouldn't be married if they said you wasn't shit.
Whatever. They like me.
I'm over here trying to check out on Amazon and shit.
I got one in my backpack. Oh. In my backpack.
Steph said, "You didn't tell me." Shut up, Steph. Crybaby ass.
The kids cried.
I ain't know.
Or if it's not in there, it's probably in that. Yeah, I don't worry. Didn't one of y'all say y'all cried? No.
But hey, the real question is this. The real question is this. Is women in the world getting to, in this new era of how things are going, are women getting too masculine, or is it just okay? What you think, babe?
What's the question again? Say it again.
Are women getting too masculine, or is it just all right and it is what it is?
I think women are getting too masculine. Roles have been definitely reversed. And it's not necessarily anyone's fault, quote unquote. I think it's just that the way life has gone for women, it's very difficult for a lot of women to step outside of their masculinity, meaning women that that are single parents. Because I mean, at one point, I was even saying that I'm the mama and the daddy, and because sometimes the world we live in, a woman has to go to work, she has to do a specific type of job that may be classified as a masculine job. She's in that role. So stepping in and out of it is difficult, when it's time. But yes, I damn Steph, I was on duty with T. No, for real. Yeah.
Hey, Stuart, what's the word then? Oh, he wrote down here. Let me see. He said, "I think masculine is the wrong word. What's the right word? Women are getting proposals because they reject every man that tries to date them." Right? True. I think that the dude that they rejected was the dude that was for them. They always pick the wrong motherfuckers.
Yeah.
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 And then they be crying to the homies when the dude that they chose dogs them out when they should have chose the dude that actually wanted to be with them.
Right. And it's crazy because I know a couple women like that who've had some really decent men, and for whatever reason they decided, the woman was like, "No, I don't want him." And it's like, but your reasoning don't even make sense. This man has a great job. He wants to take care of you. He wants to be with you. He cares for you. He's involved. Like, what is your excuse? And it was like, it was all reasons that could have been talked about, could have been talked through. You know what I mean? Things it's like, I mean, I don't know. And it's been a handful of good dudes, like really decent men. And now when I look at some of these men, I'm like, that was in that position with these people. Because there's a couple different women I know. These men are married with kids. They're, been on the job that they were on for 20 some plus years. They're getting ready to retire from it in another 10 years. So they made a life for themselves and they moved on and had, a family. And the woman that they was with is still single. So the question now is, when do you look in the mirror and go, I'm the problem
Right.
as a woman? Because
Stewart said they want a thug instead.
no, seriously, you know what I mean? And it's like women think that shit is cute, and it's really not. It's
Yeah,
really
you're right,
not.
Mary. You're right, Mary. She said we see women throw away great men for scrubs. And hey, and you know what? Those women get what they pay for. But the biggest problem I'm having with it is they didn't went out with these thugs and all the rest of these guys that ain't good for them get ran through and then expect the guy that she dissed 20 years ago to take her after she didn't got 2 kids from a fuckhead that went to prison or you know what I'm saying, like ain't nobody saving these hoes, man. And if you saving these motherfuckers, man, you fucking crazy.
No, seriously. And I mean, and I totally agree because, and again, it's like, when do we as women start going, you know what? Why? That's fine. Yeah, I just need some for these dry ass lips. Oh, this is nice. Sorry, y'all. I got to get these things together.
Oh
This, this,
Lord.
this is a hella unorthodox show this week, but we still made it.
Yeah, we still made it. We wasn't finna give y'all no old bean footage. We was gonna talk. You see, at the beginning of it, I was stumbling my words because I'm trying to type and do all kind of other stuff. You know, usually when my wife is saying her stuff, I can get the next thing popping. You know, we work as a team, but me having to do it all myself, you know how I go, y'all.
It's
But
all good. I got you, baby. We worked it out. We worked
yeah,
it out.
it's all good. Everything is straight. She's in a different state. I'm at home, and we still working the show out. So hey, what the thing is this is my opinion. I think women should go back to being women and stop trying to be us. I mean, and the reason why I say this is because every accolade a woman says that they have is a man's accolade.
Okay.
I do. Oh, I'm independent. I got my own job. I can take care of my own stuff. I can do this and I can do that, but it always be men stuff.
So, and that's interesting. I'm reading what Stewart said. He said, case in point, Mary and I know a woman who threw away her marriage because he worked at a plastics manufacturer in Henderson and had no aspirations of doing anything but that for the rest of his life. He was fine with that job. It put food on his family's table and provided for her, but they didn't have all the extra money she wanted to go on cruises and take vacations, etc. So let me say this though. There's one thing about what you said, Stuart, that as a woman who is trying to help you build will deter her. And you said that he had no aspirations of doing anything else. For a woman, that's a problem. And let me tell
No,
you why.
hold on. If the man likes his job, but this is her saying that he had no aspirations. He
Oh,
likes his fucking job.
oh, okay. I thought it was him.
What she talking about? This is what she said, not what he said.
Oh,
She
okay.
said that he has no aspirations of doing anything else.
Okay. I thought it
Basically,
was him saying that he has no aspirations of doing anything
no,
else. Not
basically she's saying because he don't want to do what the fuck she's saying, then she wants something else.
right. Yeah. And that's not how that works. Because
Yeah,
like you
fuck
say,
her.
Stuart, if you putting food on the table and you're providing for your family, if you want to go, listen, that's just like Sean and I. You want to go on cruise. Okay, yep, he said that was her opinion. If you want to go on cruises and take vacations, that's great. Figure out a way to multiply the money that you guys are making because that's what part of a woman's job is to multiply. So if you sitting there going, you know what? That's cool what you're doing. You're providing for us and everything, but I want to go on cruises. I want to go on vacations. I want to travel. Now you as a woman has to figure out a way that that's going to work for your family. That's part of your job as that woman is to help that man multiply. So she just didn't understand her role.
I think women
Well, you
today
can't be a trophy wife when he don't have the job that is allowing you to be that.
and A Burns, I agree with you. I don't think it's going to happen in my lifetime. The I think this
Thank you,
that
Mary.
that women could be strong, but the problem with that is that most of the strong ones misconstrue what submission means. to submit to something means that you subscribe, meaning that whoever's doing the leading in that thing, I'm gonna do whatever it takes for them to help them get the job done because we're all going to benefit from it. That's
Right.
what real submission is. A submission is when you submit to something, meaning that you subscribe to it. Like, ain't nobody gonna submit to no bullshit. Like, if you married your husband and he's a fucking crackhead, you're not gonna submit to that. But if
But
he's
you
doing what
already did if you married him.
but no, because some people become crackheads after the fact.
Okay, well, after the fact. But if you knew that nigga was a crackhead before you married him, you already submitted to that shit. You signed up.
Well,
So now
true,
you need to be.
I'm just saying that I think people misconstrue what submission really is about.
They do. They honestly do. People just like the word manipulation, people take that word and say it's a bad word. But when you manipulate somebody to be a better version of themselves or to do right by themselves or to do better by themselves, that's a good way of manipulating. What people get it misconstrued is the people that take that word and do ill will shit with it. We're not talking about master manipulators who are, manipulating you for the wrong reasons. Just like submission. Submission is not a bad word. Just
I don't
like
think it is.
people,
I don't think it is. I
religious
mean,
people say
I
they submit
subscribe
to
to a
God,
bunch of
right?
shit.
But a lot of religious people say, well, I submit to God. Is that a bad thing? No.
No, you
So we
just
got to stop taking it to where, these words mean something else. You know what I'm saying? Or putting our own meanings to them.
Steph
This
said,
is in
yeah,
here.
but
She is in here cleaning everything. She turning lights and shit off because she disinfecting everything right now.
Steph said, yeah, but you have those simps that take them back and give them everything you want. You're right. You're right. And that's why a lot of those women that fuck their life up think that they still bad bitches when they not. They really not.
Bad bitch
They,
by yourself with your bad
yeah,
ass.
well, no, all of them. Some of them that actually get dudes, they get dudes that are beta men, like what Stewart said. They're
Yeah.
beta.
And
They
a lot of women don't know the difference between a beta man and an alpha male. They don't. Adam says women will not release the power they've attained from women's rights movements.
right.
Also, they outnumber men, so it'll never work. It's way back down through legislation. So we just need to get used to well, here's the thing. There was never any power in women's rights. What fucking
Well,
power did so let me ask that question because
it
Adam, I
depends
like
on
what you said.
it
I like
depends
what you
on where
said, but
you
what
at.
was the
Because if
power?
you it depends on where you at. Because if you go to child support court, women got the power.
True.
If,
Joel
if
said,
you
beta, see you later.
yeah, if you get a divorce, women got the power.
Stewart says, y'all also need to look up Sigma males.
Okay, let me look that up real
Yeah,
quick.
he
Why?
he gonna have to do that because we didn't make it back in enough time for us to get the internet hooked up. We got to do that tomorrow morning. So for those of you who don't know, big shout out to Miss Isis Oliver. She has officially moved into her very own, well, kind of, you might as well say real first apartment here in Moreno Valley. So that's where I'm at. Moving her into, come say hi, baby. Moving her into Moreno Valley. Hello. Hello. So she's officially moved into her apartment. So that's what we're doing. And we had a couple of snafus with her truck. The truck did its job. It got us down here. It got the trailer down here. And big shout out to the Dark Knight, aka DK, who's parked out in his stall right now. But we had to have AAA kind of get us back to the apartment. We didn't get a chance to go get everybody saying congratulations. Y'all, she'll put her Zelle on here. So if y'all want to send her a piece of change, your cash app, just what type, go in the feed and put your Zelle in there. She's gonna put her
So
Zelle in the feed for you guys. So if you do want to just send her some love, it is greatly appreciated. She has it's been a tough road these last months, especially these last couple of weeks, because Isis starts her job on Monday and she just moved into her apartment today. So we got on the road this morning, drove all the way out here to Moreno Valley, got everything situated, got keys, got her stuff in here. And then we had to go take the trailer back, and then we had some issues with the truck because the gear shifter thingy came off. But your girl is smart. For some reason, I decided to get AAA before I fell asleep last night. And let me tell you this, they have been an absolute blessing. So again, she's going to put her, he said, I'm sorry she had to move to California. That's where Amazon moved her.
California sucks.
Yeah, her Amazon. But see, here's the thing. Though she's in California, she's in Moreno Valley. And when I tell you it is absolutely gorgeous out here, like her apartment complex is beautiful. She's surrounded by a bunch of cool shit. And we are going to do some exploring tomorrow. And I was supposed to come back home tomorrow, but now I can't because we got to get her truck fixed, which is it's an easy fix, but we still got to get it done. So we already bought the part for it and got to get that done. So yeah, it's a lot going on, y'all. So we appreciate y'all tuning in and just vibing with us. But she's gonna find her phone and put her Zelle in here. So if y'all want to bless this baby, by all means, she needs it. Send her whatever so she can, she got to get furniture and all kind of stuff later. But congratulations, Isis. She's trying to find her phone.
All right, back to the show. Joel says, what happened to Manly Man?
Mary, call her on your phone.
What?
No, I was telling Mary or somebody call Isis' phone because she can't find it.
Yeah. What happened to Manly Man? Where all the beta and the alpha animal characteristics come from when describing men?
That's a good question. I can't even answer that question. I think what happened to them was part of that woman's movement shit. It's over there somewhere. Oh,
hold on. He said something else.
That's
what
right.
happened to the descriptions of principles that use to describe men in general? When he says what happened, Joel, when you say what happened to the descriptions of principles, are you saying why did it go away? Or like, I'm not quite sure what you're actually getting at, or maybe you could explain it to me, babe, what he's trying to say.
What happened to the descriptions of principles that used to describe men in general? Why are we using animal definitions? Like, you mean the lions and the tigers and bears? Is that what you mean? Yes. Why did it go away? Oh, Joel says, tap me in. Send him the link, baby.
Yeah, the link should be at the top of the chat, right?
Yeah, but when you're
gonna have to show me how to do that. Where'd you go? See, normally she do this stuff. Hold on, let me find the link, Joel, so you can chime in.
Just hit the copy button where it says invite.
Invites.
Yep, copy that and put it in the chat, and then he'll be able to just go right to that link.
All right, here you go, buddy. Yeah, let's get some context in there, because I didn't know what you were saying.
He said Stuart said they became millennials.
Yeah, millennials are weird. They weird.
Steph said that Sean is enjoying the quietness right now. It's quiet when I'm at home, bro.
Yeah, it don't be noisy over here. It's when the kids is gone, it be really quiet.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I like when they out doing they thug thizzle.
Adam says it's not as prevalent. They didn't go away. They've been suppressed because men are the least important part of our society right now.
Yep.
Unless you're gay or trans.
Stuart said what?
They got man buns and skateboards instead of beards and motorcycles.
Yeah, you're right, Stuart. They do, man. Straight man bizzles. Bunch of man bizzles and Abercrombie and Fitch is sold out.
Yeah, dead ass. Dead ass.
You said that's what I mean, no kids.
Or as I refer to them as bitch biscuits. What is a bitch biscuit? Stuart.
Let me read you. Stuart mentioned Sigma male. I'm about to read that to you real quick.
All right.
A Sigma male is an internet slang term used to describe a man who is independent, strong-willed, and prefers solitude. So the characteristics of a Sigma man is a Sigma man is independent, strong-willed, lone wolf, uninterested in traditional success, and rebellious. That kind of sounds like uh oh man, his name is he's always on, but he's not on tonight.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, it sounds like Chris to me. His characteristics are rebellious. Let me put Joel in there. What up, Joel?
What up,
What's
Joel?
happening?
What's
That
cracking,
drunk
man?
come on so fast. Good night. I'm glad I wiped my nose first.
Yeah, most definitely. What you got to say, brother? Go ahead and lay it on us.
So, and just in general, I was just trying to say, and thank you for having me on. But
Of
in
course.
general, I was just trying to say that what happened to the uh, characteristics, the definitions of principles that used to describe men as honorable,
Right,
trustworthy,
right.
and such and such. Seven principles. I don't want to remember them all right now, but still, what happened to those definitions that used to describe men directly, as opposed to the alpha male or a hard man? With I guess I'm not even sure where they're going with the alpha and the beta. Can somebody help me out with that? When did we lose that form of definition to describe men? And we're using now like animal characteristics as beta and alpha.
Right. I kind of see where you're going with that. Yeah. Stewart says it's the nine noble virtues.
Yeah, they have now. There's 15 of them. They've
Wow.
added. They've added
As
to the
far as
list.
far as principles,
Yep. You want me to read some of them?
yeah,
Yep.
Characteristics of a good man: emotional intelligence, kindness, empathy. He listens, humility, integrity, generosity, humor, open mindedness, emotional re- responsibility, respect. He builds up others. He is humble. A lot of these are the same.
right,
Authenticity,
right.
uh,
And some
loyalty,
of them
honesty,
probably don't even need to be
patience,
there.
forgiveness. A lot of those don't need to be there. They're pretty much repeating
Yeah,
themselves.
some of those don't really need to be there, but the ones that you did name, like integrity,
Right. Honor,
honorable,
loyalty.
yeah,
Yeah,
those are
for
kind of
sure.
like the main. It's like main seven as opposed to those fit eight additional that they added in there just for I'm not sure why, but the main seven used to be like a ground setting for a good man or a good catch or a husband to be.
Right. And those are the things that my mom would say to my sister that when she was saying a man should have these things. And
Mm.
Yeah,
those are a lot
now
of things that my father taught me, not by saying these particular things, but he was saying this is what we do.
right.
He
So
taught it instead of telling it.
He didn't say listen, son, look at these definitions and this is what you're supposed to be. He actually taught me what those were. He taught me loyalty, he taught me respect, he taught me accountability and being respectful and kind to people and being an asset to others and not just to myself.
yes,
Stewart says this: mass media only shows male degenerates anymore. He said that's all they show is male degenerates. Some parents don't even let their kids play outside as much anymore. He also
Right.
said this. Let's comment on both of these real quick. He said dominant males are becoming sigma males because of the way women have begun treating them in the dating world. I agree with that. That more dominant males, what you would call an alpha male, somebody who fits that divine seven of characteristics, are saying, I don't got to deal with your shit. I'll be by myself. And when I need a girl, I'll go pick one up and then drop her back
And
off
drop
at the
her
house.
ass off. Right. Isis said, and Mary said, parents stopped teaching these. They did because it if you like we were saying before, if you go back to where the man was removed out of the household, a lot of these principles went with that. You had a bunch of women raising men, and then some of these men grew up with the emotions of a woman because a man wasn't there to teach him how to be a man. Because again, and this is going to be a show coming up in the near future, I believe that a man can teach a woman how to be a woman and a boy how to be a man, but a woman cannot do both. So when you take that man out of the house, he can't teach these boys anymore these basic principles.
I think it's deeper than that. When I grew up, every man that I known that I walked, like even if I didn't know them, they had those characteristics. They were men. Like even if I didn't have a father, I still would have been the same way that I am because of the era that I grew up in.
Right. I
Everyone
said,
around me was the same. Like everybody who was like my father, there was like 30 of them in the streets. Everywhere I looked, they were the same.
but
But
see,
now, now
the
it's
era
hella crazy.
that you and I grew up in was right at the cusp of when we started kind of going away from that. Mary said, "But you old."
You right. You right, Mary. I'm
No,
old. I'm good with that.
but still in all, but still in all, if it ain't broke, you ain't really gotta fix it, old or not. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Old or not.
True
If it
that.
ain't broke, you ain't really gotta fix it. And
I
then
tell
when
you
you
what,
think about it,
society was better with more men like me in the street.
Good night, Steph. Kiss the kitties. Isis
but then you
says,
gotta think about it too.
I believe a lot of men are lacking in father figures, fathers, so they're confused as to what to actually do when it's time. They only go off the examples they've learned through friends or social media. And social media is dismantling the ideas of love and what it looks like.
Right, you're right about that. What you say, Joel? I didn't hear you.
Well, the point of communication has been cut off during the years. You got to think about it at the same time. Mothers having kids out of or parents having kids out of wedlock forces
Yep,
a single parent home, pretty
yep,
much almost
yep.
eight out of 10 times when you think about it. So
Right.
when the man isn't in the home to actually steer his offspring into the right direction as need be, things are gonna go array. And then when you say about those principles that I think whoever just made that comment, like we're not teaching those principles, I think we're not listening to the principles. I think they were given to you. You just shunned them away. You know what I'm saying? It's like
It's
that
in your
shit don't work
DNA
no
in
more.
some
That shit is
cases.
old.
Yeah, because like
But at
Adam
the
was
same
saying, he
point
says,
in
I
time,
disagree. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Joel.
no, go ahead.
Like Adam was saying, he disagreed. He didn't have a man in the household until after he was 10 years old, but he did all the outside chores. He learned to be responsible for the women in his life. So it's a cultural issue, not necessarily a household issue. And so, and
I
not,
think it's both.
some,
I think it's both.
yeah, some people are
Me
anomalies
too.
to that because even with me, I didn't grow up with a dad, but I still had it in my DNA on how I'm supposed to respond to a man that's in my life, how
That's
I'm
because
supposed to treat
society.
him.
That's because society was beginning to teach you that, and those norms was the same as if you would have had a father in the household.
Right. Especially during that time frame.
Let me give you the stats. According to recent data, approximately 39.8 of births in the United States are to unmarried women, meaning nearly 40% of children are born outside of marriage. This figure has significantly increased from 28% in 1990 to now, which is 40%.
Damn.
Is that overall, or is that just a certain ethnic group?
That's just overall. That's the census. Adam, you want in? Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's
Let's
bring it.
go, Adam. Yeah.
All right.
What up?
I was kind of typing it out, but it takes forever to type this
It
stuff
does,
out.
and that's why we want y'all to jump on camera.
All right. So the I kind of disagree with you, Treasure. You're saying that it's a household issue, and even basically Joel and even Sean, y'all kind of jumped in on this where if the man's not in the house, then it's causing the problems. Now maybe, but like I was typing on YouTube, I was like, okay, I didn't have a man. My mom didn't have a man in the house till I was like 10 years old. I still handled my chores. I still did it. I think it's more of a cultural issue and a cultural stigma right now than it is a household issue. I mean, if women aren't holding their men to a standard that they expect them to do, like my mom held me to a standard. You
Right.
know, she wasn't doing all the yard work at our house in Riverside, and I didn't stop doing yard work until I moved out, and even then I didn't stop doing yard work because I moved into a house on my own.
Yeah,
You know what
because
I
it's
mean?
Did
all
your
good for
mom
the
have
kingdom.
both of her parents?
Technically no, but yes.
No, what I was saying, Adam, is that I think that both are a factor. Society norms are a factor, and having that reassurance of both parents in the house is a factor why we're having the issues that we're having today. I think it's both. I can't say one is better than the next.
Than the
I was
other,
kind
yeah.
of I was kind of leaning towards the idea that it's a cultural issue right now because men are not having to be put in those responsible positions because women need to have that. Oh, I'm empowered. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
see it a lot out there. You know what I mean? And the fact that they know that they're empowered and they're
Yeah,
using that, and it's demasculating men
yeah.
at just as high a rate as they're gaining influence within our culture. And I think that that's the bigger issue is if a man tries to play his part, that he's going to get shot down, slapped down, or divorced. You know what I mean?
No,
Joel, what
I
do you
agree
think
with
about
that
that?
too. I do. I agree with that because I've seen that. I've seen that in just basic everyday relationships, where the man steps into his role and the woman completely shoots down him trying to be that man. And it's like, and what he'll do is just kind of like back away and just go, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? Do you,
Right.
which is
Right.
what should not be done. But
What do
I
you think
get it
about
because
that?
it's like I don't want to deal with this shit.
Go ahead, Joel.
That
I see
sounds
you
more.
got something to
That sounds
say.
like more. That sounds more or less like a relationship disconnect. Because then the parents are not on the same page, and the parents have to basically have to be on the same page in order for the child to get a real fully understanding on the upbringing that y'all trying to provide them.
Yeah, that's it. The parenting part of it is a fact. I think it's all a factor. I think
Oh
because
yeah,
we're as men that are trying to teach young men, it's a hard life if you got a son right now. If you got a son right now, man, you battling principalities that's beyond this world.
yep,
Oh, you're battling the whole world right now.
Right.
yep, for sure.
That's
Um,
that's what I've been telling my
And
boys.
carrying it at the same time. And
Mary
carrying it at
says
the
that she
same time.
agrees with us guys, but I look at families. She said, I look at families lead into society and culture. And then Stewart said, women say they don't want men to be masculine unless they want him to be masculine. True, they don't know what the hell they want, bro.
Because they don't know what it is. They don't know what it looks
Right.
like. You know
Right.
what I mean? And it's like, no, it's like they don't know what
And
that
I
even
just
looks like. And so the thing about it is because women have been taught that masculinity is supposed to be some stuff that it's not. When she sees it, she can't even identify. Like you don't even know what that looks like. Because like we talked about this the other day, how men and women are so different, but they try to make it where we're the same. We can't do what a man does. You guys literally carry the weight of the world on your shoulders every day, every single fucking day. And so we're taught to nurture, to care, to receive. You guys are taught to give, to work hard, to have respect, to be honorable. It's a different teaching. And so because it's a different teaching, people don't see what masculinity really looks like in a real world. It's definitely a double standard, Stuart.
Uh, all right. So
Stewart
let me
said,
run a question by the group.
go ahead.
What do y'all think about like disciplining in public?
I love it.
What you mean
I mean, back in the
disciplining
day,
how? Like each other, men and women or children?
no.
Period.
Children being disciplined in public.
I
You know what I
love
mean?
it.
Well, if
It,
you act up
it
in
makes
public,
me
your
feel
ass get
warm
dealt with
inside,
in
Adam.
public.
All right, but what's the stigma? What's the cultural stigma about that right now? You know what I mean? You're always going to have
Oh,
a
they
Karen
think it's
jumping out of
wrong.
the
It's frowned
woodwork
Oh
saying,
upon.
yeah,
"Oh, I'm
it's
calling
frowned
CPS on you."
upon.
You
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
And then that's
So,
when
yeah,
you get that. That's when you get that woman, the Karen, get beat up in Walmart for saying I'm calling the police on you. Well, if we going to
right,
jail,
right.
fuck it. Everybody
But
getting
but
their ass whipped.
but still, you're going to have a certain amount of the public that conforms to the fact that they might have CPS called on them, or they might have some Karen calling them out right in public, and they don't want to deal with that, so they don't discipline their kids. Go to any Walmart, any Walmart. It doesn't
Any
matter whether
Walmart,
you're
pick
living in
one.
rural country or living in
right.
freaking in the city. You're gonna see kids running around acting a fool in public, and that shit
Yep.
didn't happen when we were younger.
Nope. I didn't even raise my kids like that. My
Or
kids would look at other people's kids that was doing that and look at me like, "You see that?" And
well,
I would
neither
look
did
at them
I.
and just go, "This is what it looks like."
Stewart
Neither did
said,
I. But
you
we're the minority of society right now,
right for
Right.
sure. Men are
and
the
that's the
minority of
problem.
society right now.
But see, that was taught in the home before you even went to the store not to touch shit. You know what
Right.
I'm
Right.
saying? Not to
Right.
look at
Hell,
shit.
For
and
real.
So that was
I
like a
remember
Don't
that
ask
common
time in
me
the
for
concept.
car.
nothing. Don't touch nothing.
Yeah, that was like a
Don't
concept.
say
You know
nothing.
what I'm saying? Especially
Let him speak,
at,
baby, so I can hear what he's saying.
at a certain point, yes, that was instructed before you even went out, before you even got in the car to go somewhere with your parent. Because
Yep.
it was a privilege at one point to go with your parents somewhere. And you had to have a certain set of rules in order to represent them when they went out in public, you know what I'm saying, with anybody, but especially the youngin. Because the youngin translate how pretty much what's going on in the house. That demonstrate if if you teaching your kids in the correct form and manner, it's going to be presented in public, even if he's with you or not around you. You know what I'm saying? He's going to show the principles that his mother instructed him to act accordingly within public or a private domain. But still in all, if you don't have a certain set of instructions, then you're gonna be willy nilly. You're gonna be running around the goddamn store. You're gonna be touching all kind of shit because ain't nobody gave you no instructions
Right.
Right.
on not to touch shit. And then for somebody to come in on the outside looking in, and your child or your young one in this case is touching something, and he fuck around and break it, you gonna have to pay for that shit, not the
Right.
motherfucker that's looking in on the outside. So that
Right.
motherfucker probably really need to shut up because you ain't paying if he breaks this certain item, I gotta pay for this shit in the store right then
Right.
and there,
Right.
taken away from what the fuck I got in my basket.
Stewart said this,
So
y'all, just to chime in.
yeah,
Stewart said this. He said you said you can't whoop kids these days, basically, because they would charge you with assault or child abuse. Then he went on and said, dude, I've been involved with CPS and you don't want that.
I
Then he
know.
also said, hell no, they didn't do that. He said, back in our day, a stranger would discipline you in public and your parents would then back
Yep.
them up. Yeah,
And
that's how
then you would
I
get
used
to
to
your
get
mom
whooped
and
by
dad
everybody
house
in the damn
and get
neighborhood.
your ass
Yep.
whooped again.
Yep.
Yep. I was actually watching a video earlier today. It was a reel from Penal County. I guess their sheriff's department likes to post online some of the pullovers and stops that they get. They had
Uh
this
huh.
kid. He was 19 years old. He was driving a Mustang, and he was just acting a fool to the cop. And he called his parents. 19-year-old kid called his parents to come and talk to the cop because he just couldn't do it. He was motherfucking the cop up and down, just
Oh man.
completely out of sorts.
Yeah.
All right. And he was doing 20 over in a work zone. So I mean he was already, criminally
In the wrong.
liable. He was
Yeah.
driving on a suspended license, and dude was just acting
yeah, he
entitled. He was
went down
acting
for
like the
sure.
stigma that's going on of a kid that wasn't disciplined his entire life. And his mom was trying to step up for him. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
So basically,
Wow.
she didn't have no personal
See,
accountability. So why should he?
Yeah. She
that's
condoning the
revenue for
behavior.
Right,
that's
exactly.
revenue for the state. That's revenue for the country. That's revenue for the county when those individuals uh, act in that certain manner. that
Right.
means you're going to get locked up. That's just more generated revenue for the state, the city, the county, the country, whatsoever. They need that type of behavior. That's why those certain laws are put in place to give CPS the right to come in and check you over something that your child doing, because that's just more revenue. There's just more paperwork for them to collect money, for them
That's
to
a
be
good
able to
Mm.
point.
invade your privacy and your space. You got to recognize what we're talking about at the same time as we talking.
Right.
You know what I'm
Real
saying?
talk.
All of that
That's the bigger
all of
picture.
that is calculated. All that's a calculated plan that we discussing now, that we just fucking figuring out like, oh shit, that's what that was really meant to do, to get some money out of my ass from him fucking up. If
Yeah.
I can't control him, he's gonna keep fucking up. That means I'm gonna have to keep paying and paying and all up until he's 18. Then when he's 18, he's gonna be paying on his own with
Yeah, because then he gonna
penitentiary
be a
time.
ward to the state for real. Then he gonna get free
Yeah,
labor out of him because they gonna lock him up.
Right.
yeah, and then that's just more, again, more revenue for the
Yep.
state, for the country. Free
Yep,
labor in
that's
this case,
facts.
18 cent an hour to fight fires and all this crazy other shit that they have to do.
Hey, Adam or
So
Stuart, if you get a
be
chance, could you
conscious.
send that video to me? I'm gonna put the
You
email in
got
the
to be
chat.
conscious of the upbringing.
Which
You got
video?
to be
What are you
conscious and
talking
aware of
about?
the
The
upbringing
With the
one about the
19-year-old
that you're
kid.
19-year-old.
giving your kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd
because
have to find it.
your
Okay.
their future depends on what you're giving them now.
Yep. You're right.
Yep, that's facts.
Their future depends on the information that you giving them now. So if you giving them all the real information, they're gonna be ready. But if you dicking around with the information, you don't know too much, then you're setting them up for failure.
For failure.
You're
Yep,
right about that.
And
Hey,
that's
Sean,
absolutely
that's
if
just
you
correct.
common sense. I don't really even
if
have
you
to
look
say
up
that.
Sean, if you look up Penal County, PINAL County Sheriff's Office on Facebook, they got a whole bunch of posts on there of, just deputies doing their job. Just look for the blue Mustang, the bright blue Mustang. It's
Okay,
got
no
like
problem.
2 million or 3 million hits on it.
And it's on
That's
Facebook.
crazy.
Yeah.
No
And it's a
problem.
lot of that out there with these kids who are so entitled because the lack of training and the lack of parenting that I mean to hear something like that is crazy to me. To sit there at that age, that young, ripe age, and speak to a police officer that way, like, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, where you come from?
Hmm.
But then when you probably go
That's
and look at the
probably
parent, you know what I mean? You understand there's a disconnect somewhere, and it's like a cycle that keeps repeating itself. That it's like we're refusing to break this damn cycle.
yeah, generational curse is what I was about to say. He
It
probably didn't
is.
learn that from his mom, and she didn't probably learn from her mom, and it's just a continuous cycle. You know what I'm saying? Them
There
Yeah.
not
is no way if
really
I got
getting their
pulled
emotions
over,
in
I'd
check.
be
Or
calling my mom. The last
Right.
person in the world I would call is my mom.
Right. Because you first of all, Adam, you're gonna be embarrassed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, she can't know this happened. I don't want her to know this shit.
Right.
And you're
Like
gonna
that's
catch a beat
crazy.
down. I'm gonna try to
Oh,
find it now that I'm on their site.
I
I'm
think
gonna
Stewart said he found it.
okay. If you found it, please send it to me. But I'm gonna be looking through this Pinal County Sheriff's Office thing, and looks like they got a lot of videos posted.
Yep.
So I'm gonna check this out, and we're gonna be able to talk about this in a couple weeks. Because I'm gonna put up a, I'm gonna try to find where they where kids are just acting crazy. I'm sure it shouldn't be too hard to find because
No.
every
Not at
other
all.
day is somebody's acting a damn fool.
That part.
But hell, I mean, the only way to really fix things out in the world is for us to have discord and talk about it and see what laws and stuff that we can make because it really relies on us. With the it's for us, people who were called grown-ups to teach the people underneath us to make a better place behind us. So if we just not teaching nobody, or we just it seems like that we are walking into a world where nobody wants to say nothing about nothing because they don't want to they don't want to hear the reply of society. But it's getting to the point now where I just don't give a shit. I'm gonna tell you you a piece of shit, and if you don't like it, fix it.
So Ryan is in the gym right now, and he had a response to something that we were saying. I'm going to read it real quick. He said, that's an interesting, and I'm assuming that the first part is supposed to say purpose to a man, LOL. I think it should be left to the man. He's talking about proposing. The man is the leader in the relationship and the provider. Marriage is deeper than just saying, I love you. It's the constant and continuous dedication to another person. The man is proposing not just a life with you, but a life he will build, and he is accountable and responsible for that to himself and his wife. Women are not held to the same standard in that regard. Their areas of expertise and understanding are different in relationships. That's why God made it between a man and a woman. You have to have both, but both can't be doing both. If that makes any sense. So that's what
It does.
Ryan was saying to the proposal part of it.
It does make sense, but it's not true. I mean,
Right.
that's just a tradition that we want to hold on to. I mean, really, nowadays everybody wants everything to be equal, and I mean, Sean and Treasure, you guys have had this conversation many a times on your show. We're not equal,
Right.
and equality is the biggest fiction that's being sold to the public.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a huge fiction. And the problem with it, okay, so if it this is the problem that I have with it, Adam. If we're gonna be equal, let's make everything equal. Let's make court laws, uh, family services laws. Let's make them all equal. Let's say, hey, both y'all gonna pay. When you get divorced, both y'all gonna pay, or you leave with nothing. Like, let's make it
Right.
equal.
Well, there was
Let's
actually a suggestion that was made by the new administration where whoever's paying child support is the one that's going to be allowed to write the child off on their taxes. Now
That's
that's a
the way it
small
should be.
step, but really that's taking some of the power out of the court system of just completely screwing men, in large part throughout the country.
Adam, you know how big that's gonna be? You
It's
know,
going to
because
open
think
some
about it.
people's eyes.
Oh my God, think about it. Because the man is paying this child support, but yet this woman is claiming these kids on her taxes.
That's
Exactly.
right.
And he can't. But
Right.
yet
That's
he's
right.
paying for it.
That's right.
Right. And
You know what I
he
mean? That's
can't
gonna
reap
be huge.
he can't reap the benefit of the entitlement of what he pays for. That's
Right.
horrible.
Because in
Yep.
reality, he's paying for something that's not even going to the child in most cases.
Yeah, because usually child support services usually take almost 20 to 33 and a third of what they for administration fees. So the child really don't get what you like. If your shit's 200 a month, they're getting less than that. They're getting
Right.
Right.
they're getting $120 or $130.
Right.
Normally they add the tax on it. So if it is 120, they add the little tax of 14 something and then some other little tax on top of that.
So
So
it's
you
getting
normally
taxed
come out to
twice.
like,
So not
yeah.
only did he get taxed when he worked for the money, he getting taxed again when he tries to give it to his kid.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
There's
And
no
and
other way
for
of looking
But
at that.
for a long time in the 90s and the 2000s, that's all women, that was like their first thing come out their mouth. Oh, I'll take you to child support. I'll
That's
put
right.
you on child support. I'll
That's
put
what
you on
started.
child.
That's what started a lot of this. That's what
Yeah,
started
Yeah.
a hell of a lot of this.
exactly.
Yeah. That's what I'm
And
saying.
all
Because Adam, we were talking about that before. Because we were bringing it up many shows ago when we were saying like it started with that women's lib taking the man out of the house. Like it was
Yep.
a cycle from there that became so vicious, where like we said, you're empowering women. But again, I'm like empowering women to do what? Because like we said, if we're talking about equality, right? Okay, let's talk about some of these jobs because there are specific jobs that a woman just ain't capable of doing. Because why? Because she's not a man. You don't see any SEALs running around that are women because the strenuous tests and things that you go through, a woman's body is not even capable of doing some of that stuff. And I'm not
let me
Well,
saying that there are some women out there who can't do it, but across the board in general, just like a man can't give birth. It's fucking impossible.
Right.
So it's impossible for us to be equal.
Well, and that's another thing about
You
the
said out there
incoming is
there's
that they're
female
talking
seals
about getting
now.
rid of all this
Because they're in
DEI
their
shit.
masculinity, Stuart.
And
Can't
if
really
they
call
get
them
rid of
female.
that, are women going to be held to the same standards in the
I was just messing
military
with y'all.
as men? Is it
No,
really going to be equal?
And let me
no,
tell y'all something though.
because it's not
If,
now.
if you're having child support issues, child support is deemed unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. There's court cases out there that's already been through the Supreme Court, and you
Better
need
not
to
from
go
the
ahead and look those Supreme Court cases up and use them in your own case. That way you can get these sorry people off of your back.
And we don't tell a lot of people that because there are some situations where some of these dudes deserve to be on child support.
Stuart
But
said they have a vagina, so that makes them feel.
just what is it? Was they born with it, Stuart? I'm not
Y'all
fucking
crazy.
with you, Stuart.
But if you guys give me a couple weeks, I'll look those Supreme Court cases up and post them in the chat if you want me to.
Yeah.
We gonna go get something to eat.
Did Joel freeze up?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
his face is stuck.
he looking like what the fuck is y'all talking?
Yeah, but man, it's been a good talk, man. Adam, we love when you come on. Joel, we
Yes,
love when you come on because it's easier to
yes,
just talk about it than to type the shit out and get there's Joel. There you
he's
go.
back.
There he
What's
is.
up, buddy?
Found him.
Yeah, we was missing you there for a second. Is there anything y'all would like to say before we wrap it up?
Questions?
Next week, you guys have got to go into what's happened since this Monday.
Oh,
Oh,
you talking about with the executive orders?
Adam, you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
Adam
yeah,
always go to the
I am
politics.
itching for it.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
hoping,
yeah,
dude. There's so much going on, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't agree with. A
yeah.
lot of stuff.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
yep.
One of my
Like they're trying.
favorite things was the executive decision that he made to say that there are only two genders.
Yeah, I agree with
They're
that.
only gonna identify male and female. That's it. I was like, uh-oh.
But do you see him pushing that AI mRNA shit?
Yep, yep, yep.
That's what needs to have a conversation around it. I
Hey,
am not down
can
with
you
that crap.
can you
At
believe
all.
that can you believe that Biden pardoned Fauci for all that shit he was
Of
doing?
course I can believe that. After
Oh
We
he
knew that
pardoned
was
my
Hunter,
God.
coming.
everybody was in play.
We knew that shit was coming.
He
For
pardoned
real.
Fauci and his whole family.
Not the whole
Fauci,
family, too.
Millie, Pelosi,
Yep.
freaking who is that chick out of Wyoming? Cheney. He dude, he pardoned everybody, including his family.
Mhm.
Which
Joel, you think
Well,
you
you have to pardon everybody
Right.
that was involved in the thing in the first place to have us in
that's
such a
right.
jam.
That's right.
So
As
yeah,
as
I mean,
soon as he
definitely
pardoned
as,
Hunter,
as far
everybody should have known that
as
everybody was
You
gonna get
knew it.
pardons.
as far
Exactly.
as
And that's what I
Biden
said. Because at first I
pardoning
was
them.
like, okay, I get that you pardoning your son. But then I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on now. You taking this shit too far. But
Hmm.
listen, we're not gonna get into it, y'all.
next week?
We're not
Yeah,
gonna
let's
get
not
into it
get
this
into it
week.
now. Let's
We're
get
not gonna get
into it
into it
next
this week.
tune in next week. We're gonna be talking about the executive orders to
Yep.
start, and then
Oh,
we're gonna
oh,
talk
we're gonna
about
have fun next week.
how Biden left us, and we're gonna talk about the new executive orders that went out on Monday, and we're gonna talk about things to come in our administration. So if you're ready to get down, chime on in, and Stuart, jump on camera next time so you can say what you really want to say. And
Yes, Stuart.
Joel, I hope to see you next week. Is there anything else you want to add, Joel, before you roll out?
Man, just blessings to the upcoming days and months and minutes of your life within this time frame. I thank y'all for having me out on the show. Thank you all for tuning in, listening to each and all of our opinions in this case, but a conversation that needed to be held.
Right,
Appreciate you.
right.
Appreciate you.
What about you, Adam, before we cut out of here?
Oh, I'm good. It's great seeing you guys. Have fun Inland Empire there, Treasure. My hometown. You
Yeah,
need anything, let me know.
she gonna
I
need some
sure
water.
will.
All right.
That's man, we need some food right now. We got to go find something to eat. It's been a long day, but I
We're in
would like
Southern
to say thank
California.
you
Food
guys.
is not in short supply.
Yeah,
You're
Southern
right,
Cal
but the
always
way
got
I
food.
eat is because I don't eat meat and all that shit. So only thing open, yeah, I stopped eating meat. It's been almost 3 years now.
Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah,
Amen. Amen.
yeah. So, but I love you guys. Thank you so much, Adam La Rosa. Thank
All
you,
right,
Mr.
Adam. Thank you,
Joel.
man. Hey,
Thank
let
you,
me.
Stuart,
Oh,
Mary,
so
all of you guys for tuning in.
I'm gonna go
Appreciate
ahead and
y'all. Next week.
turn you guys off, and then I'm gonna close the show out. I'll see y'all next week at 8 p.m.
Love y'all.
So another wonderful show, y'all. If you missed it, you missed it. Chime on in whenever you gonna chime on in. Tell your friend. Send the controversy to someone else's lap so they can chime in too. See us next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. on Hump Day. We're gonna be
Hump
talking about
day.
the presidential executive orders, and we're gonna be talking about what Biden did before he rolled out. So y'all come in with the heat.
Sneaky bastard.
Y'all study up on what's going on out there in the streets and bring it to us on Wednesday night. Y'all have a good evening, and let me go ahead and run that bean footage.
I am Treasure Cheltenham, and I'm one of the hams.
I'm Sean Cheltenham, and I'm one of the hams, and I'll see
And this
y'all.
is the Ham Show.
This is the Ham Show. See y'all next week, every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Press the end stream.